So our usual disclaimer, when you participate here, you do so with the understanding you're responsible for your well-being and good health. So don't do anything that can hurt you. It is your responsibility. Life in yoga does not take any responsibility. Let's begin by keeping the spine straight and making sure that whatever you do with ease within your zone of comfort. No strain, no stress. Very gently do everything. And the best way to make sure you're doing without strain is to watch your breath. The breath must be slow and smooth. If it is fast, you know that there is a stress in the system. If there is jerky motion, there is stress in the system. So please avoid all of that. So with that understanding, let's begin. And one thing is, if we don't have any topic for discussion for our at 7 o'clock, I will discuss today about the general concept of how we work in yoga therapy. The model of yoga therapy, how it works, I'll describe that in a nutshell, since we have some new people here. Okay, so we begin with chakra vibrations. So in chakra vibrations, we need to visualize a column in the middle of our body. And that column starts from the perineum and goes all the way to the middle of the head. And along this point, besides the beginning and the end point, we have 5 points in between, total of 7 points. We focus on each of these points and gently try to squeeze there, either physically and also mentally. And we use a vibration at each point. So why do we do this? Because we want to clear off what we say conflicts between the subtle body and the causal body, which is the source of mental health issues as well as autoimmune conditions. So let's begin with the focus at the perineum. Pressing on the little finger, we begin with LUM. Take a deep breath in. LUM. 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 Release the fingers and continue. LUM. LUM. Now bring the awareness an inch or so above the perineum. And this is the spot behind the place where we urinate. Focusing there, we do VUM, pressing on the ring finger with the thumb. VUM. 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 Vam. Vam. Release the fingers, continue. Vam. Last time. Vam. Now we bring the awareness behind the navel and we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger of the thumb. Ram. 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 Release the fingers, continue. Bum. Bring your awareness behind the navel, in the middle of the body. There we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger with the thumb. Did we finish Ram?
Ram.
Ram. It's done. Okay. So let's come to Yam in the middle of the chest. Pressing on the index finger, we go on with Yam. 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 Yum. 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 Release the fingers, continue. Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist.
Hum.
Hum.
Hum. Hum.
Release the hand and continue. Bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. Release the hand, continue. Top of the head, we do Om. Again, thumbs up, loose fist. Om. Release your hand, continue. Now we go on to the happy face breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayama. So those of you who are familiar with it, please proceed. And those of you who need instructions, bring your awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth and make a big smile. As the cheeks come out in a big smile, you'll find a slight stretch in the bottom of the mouth. Keeping your focus on the slight stretch, inhale and exhale in slow, deep, long breaths. As you inhale, find a mild sucking sensation there at the bottom of the mouth. And as you exhale, feel like a reverse sucking sensation. So continue. So Hemaji, the person who is right behind you, your friend, is not doing it right. Yes, she is not doing it right. I cannot see Hema Shah. The other two of are doing quite fine. Yeah, that's good. Keep doing. Hema Shah is fine. Just a show of hands. How many people are affected by allergies this season? Today? Okay, that's fine. Okay. So now, as you inhale, lift up your shoulders and exhale, rotate it back and bring it down.
आज कुछ iPad ਤੇ ठीक नहीं लगेगा. Screen keeps on freezing. Can't do anything. Yeah. कोई ठीक नहीं लगेगा connection. Something is wrong. बंद करके
Neeruji, please mute yourself.
Yes.
Now, from the middle of the chest, feel a rising vibration going through the middle of the body and out of the top of the head, and mentally visualize home flowing up from the middle of the chest out of the top of the head. Home, 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 home. And you're only visualizing the vibration. It is no correlation with the breath. Your breath is unconscious breathing. You're not even aware of it. Now we can go on to the spinal alignment exercises, starting with the neck. As you exhale, gently tilt your head towards one side, bringing one ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, tilt towards the other shoulder and continue. Inhale back and exhale the other way, and so on and so forth. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, as you exhale, turn the head to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, turn the head the other way. Inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, turn. Inhale, come back. With the next inhalation, lift up the chin and take the head back. Exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest, and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. And now we go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle, and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we continue with the hand exercises. Stretch out your hands. Inhale, lift up the palm and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Inhale up and stretch. Exhale down. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. And we go around the wrist. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle and continue. Last inhalation, last exhalation, and let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Elbows in line with the chest and the fist below the chin. Go around the wrist and open out the palms like a flower is opening. And as you exhale, make the fist again and come down. Inhale and exhale. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Interlock the fingers, bring it behind the head. And as you exhale, gently twist to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, come back and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of the elbows behind the head, and as you exhale, pull on one elbow, inhale, come back up. Exhale, pull on the other elbow, inhale, come back up, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back up. Bring the hands behind the back. Get hold of the elbows or wherever you can reach. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Now get hold of the hips behind your back, and holding your hips behind, pushing on one hand, make a backward arch. And as you exhale, come forward. Inhale, push on the other hand and make a backward arch. Exhale, come forward. And continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we cross one leg over the other. Get hold of the knee on the top, and as you exhale, pull it to the opposite shoulder and turn the head the other way. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Now let's cross over the other leg. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Now we are ready to stand up. As we inhale, we bend at the knees. Inhale down, exhale up. Last inhalation, last exhalation. Now get hold of your hips and we will go in circles around the hip. Inhale half a circle and exhale the other half. Last turn. Now let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now get hold of your hands behind your back, wherever it will reach. If it will reach the elbows, just hold your elbows firm. Take a deep breath in and lift up the chin, take back the shoulders and lean backward slightly. And as you exhale, push out your butt and lean forward. As you lean forward, stay there as much as you can, but keep your shoulder pulled back and chin up, and feel the stretch from the bottom of the feet to the hips. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Take a deep breath in and come back up. Inhale and come back up and take your seat. Now let's do the alternate nostril breathing just for a minute. So for people who have not done this before, inhale through the left nostril, visualize by closing the right nostril, and visualize the inhalation going on the opposite side towards the right side and curving, and the inhalation completing right in the middle of the forehead at the hairline. And when you close the left nostril, exhale to the right and feel it come from the opposite direction and go out of the right nostril. Inhale from the right nostril, close the right nostril, and exhale the other way, and continue with this visualization. Now, let's go on to the first round of Bhastrika Pranayam. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale through the left. Now, bring your awareness to the chest area and mentally vibrate Haim and feel like the lungs are vibrating Haim, 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 Haim. Now, visualize that the vibration has become Haim Nam, Haim Nam, Haim Nam, Haim Nam. Just keep visualizing. Now we go on to the spinal mantra. We do the 7 mantras from the feet to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 I'm Shim Jim Jam Ham I'm 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 Om. Now let's go on to the next round of Bhastrika. We begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath into the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale to the left. Now let's go on to this next round. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 inhale. Exhale. 3 inhale. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. exhale, 50, exhale, 60, exhale, 70, exhale, 80, exhale, 90, exhale, 20, exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale to the left. Let's begin the third round. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale to the left. Now let's get ready for meditation. Tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. Make sure you're seated very comfortably with a nice back support, and keep your palms in an open position, both palms facing upward with the thumb touching each other comfortably in your lap, or both palms separated but facing upward with the thumb touching the index finger, or simply open palms. Whatever makes it most comfortable for you. As you affirm to yourself, I let go of all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. Feel like the shoulder is becoming lighter. Perhaps the head may also feel lighter. And if you have a personal mantra, you can focus on it. If you don't have a personal mantra, you can visualize a rising vibration from behind the lowermost part of the sternum going to the middle of the body and out of the top of the head. And that flow feels like 3 syllables. Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om. So with that as the practice, we will have Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, become aware of the senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. Whenever you're ready to open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. With that, we end the meditation session. So now we are open for questions and discussions. And I suggested that maybe I will give an overview of how therapy works in our system. So are there any other questions or any other suggestions? You can feel free to unmute yourself. Let's make sure you have that facility.
I have
Yes,
question.
you can unmute yourself. There is no problem.
My question is, how much minimum waiting we do between 2 rounds of Bhastrika?
Say that again. How many?
How much waiting we have to wait between 2 rounds of Bhastrika?
You don't
We
have
did
to
one
wait
round
at
and-
all. When you do the holding of the breath and releasing, but normally the most important thing to do is make sure you have no sensations in your head. That is only then you go on to the next round. Now, when you hold the breath, what it does is it neutralizes any sensation you may have in the head, so that the moment you exhale, you're ready. Have you noticed that once you do the inhalation to the right nostril and hold, and then exhale, any sensation in the head subsides, right?
Yeah. Correct.
So that's all that matters.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Malti Poddar, go ahead.
Yes. Dr. Rajan, yesterday evening and night, I got 2 emails saying that the webinar daily online yoga has been cancelled. Whole of April, whole of May. I don't know what is this going on. So I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, actually, I also got the same email.
Yeah.
And a lot of people got the same email. And it came twice to everybody.
Correct.
And
yes.
we were all puzzled, including me. And so the thing is, basically, we are trying to find out what happened. We really don't know. Crazy things are happening. I wonder whether somebody hacked into our account and
Correct.
put a false
yes.
message.
Yeah. Fortunately, I thought, let me try, because I didn't believe it. So I came at about 4:45. It was on. So I was so happy.
Yeah, very
So
nice.
I wanted to let you know that it happened twice last night.
Actually, this was the opening discussion where everybody else said, but you came a little later.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So let me give you a quick overview of how therapy is approached in yoga. We say that how we function as a being who is part of the cosmos is at 3 levels. We have the physical body, we have the subtle body, and we have the causal body. The physical body, as you see it, works only because there is energy flowing through it, which actually preserves your electromagnetic field, and that essentially causes vibration communication within your system. And that is what we call as the activity of the subtle body that causes the physical body. Now, anytime you have a conflict between the physical body and the subtle body, what kind of conflicts can come? Well, the kind of conflicts that can come are you overdo something. You see something you like very much and you get carried away with it. Then what happens? After you get carried away, whether it is good food or whether it is, the happy hour or whatever, something goes wrong. In other words, it's the happy hour, then you get drunk and you may fall and injure yourself or whatever. Or if you find the food is very nice and you overdo it, you suffer from whatever the belly gives you problem. Similarly, if you are a person who is younger people, many of you at an earlier point in your life, if you were very ambitious and you wanted to get things done in life to build your career and things like that, and you worked like a mad person working very, very long hours, you again create a stress between your physical body and your subtle body by overdoing. You're not necessarily doing anything against your program of life, but rather you're working against your capacity. So when you work against your capacity, it creates one kind of stress. This kind of a stress, if you keep it going long term, results in degeneration of specific organs in your body based upon the weakness of your genetic makeup. So this can be things like thyroid problem, or knee arthritic problem, heart related problem, diabetes, asthma, various other things can come from this. So the moment you start calming down and you basically don't push yourself anymore, you let yourself to listen to your body and do only whatever the body allows instead of getting the mind in the way and the mind saying, I want this, I want that. You listen to your body and do what your body can, then you will find it is no longer in a state of that kind. So if your issues were mild, they may even get overcome simply by change of the lifestyle. But if your issues were severe enough, where you have had this problem for maybe 10 or 20 years, where you became diabetic, thyroid or something, then in which case you may need some kind of specific intervention to reverse the situation. And all of these situations of conflict between the physical body and the subtle body can be dealt with. It is relatively easy. Now, the deeper level of stress comes between what is called the subtle body and the causal body. The causal body were often referred to as your consciousness and your soul. From there, this is the program with which you have come into this lifetime. And you decide that you don't want to be consistent with the program. And the mind says, I want to go a different way. Then it creates serious issues. What else? Like for example, in Bhagavad Gita in Mahabharata, Arjun says that he doesn't want to fight this war. He wants to walk away. And Krishna basically tells him, if you walk away from your duty, it will have negative consequences. So that is what is called one kind of conflict between the causal body and the subtle body. There is another kind of a thing where you harbor, somebody does something to you and you harbor a long-term hatred for that person. So, or something happens where you feel ashamed to speak about. All of these create a conflict between the causal body and the subtle body. Conflicts between the causal body and subtle body result in mental health issues and autoimmune conditions. Anytime you have mental health issues or autoimmune conditions, what can happen is that results in collateral impact on other conditions which are more commonly seen when you have a conflict between the subtle and gross body. So for instance, if mental health is an issue, then you can develop thyroid problem, you can develop diabetes, you can have psoriasis, you can have various other things. And same thing goes for autoimmune conditions. If you have, it can result in various other kind of problems. So this is the reason when in our daily practice we do the chakra vibrations first, because that cleanses any conflict between the causal and the subtle body. And then, of course, we go on to the practices that eliminate conflicts between the subtle body and the gross body, the physical body. So this is in a nutshell the principle of how yoga therapy works. So any questions or thoughts from anyone? Okay, so
Doctor, see, all I heard about is there is Atma, Paramatma, and physical body, but I don't understand about this causal body and subtle body. I never heard about that,
Okay. See, what happens is when you say Atma and Paramatma, forget about Paramatma for now. The Atma is simply the transmitter receiver within you that connects into the cosmos. Okay. Anupam. So the Atma is the transmitter receiver that connects into the cosmos, and that transmitter receiver is your unique identity. And along with that, I'll do something. I'll go into a different room. There is noise coming here. Okay, so this may be better for you.
Thank you.
So the causal, so along with the Atma comes a bunch of programs. When the Atma comes along with the unique identity with a bunch of programs, what are called karmas, kleshas, vasanas, and all of these.
Karmas, okay, yeah, karmas, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those together with the Atma is termed as consciousness, chitta, and also it is called the causal body. Okay. And then, of course, the subtle body is the ignition of the vitality or the breath within the body, whereby the body comes to life. Consciousness is separate from the life in the body. Consciousness is there, it enters the body and gives it life. But there is while the physical body comes there, in between the consciousness and the physical body is the life-giving breath or the prana, that which produces energy in the system that allows all the program in the causal body to perform. So that is the intermediary over there is the subtle body.
Because they say that you have done a bad karma, you have done pap, all these things, so you are suffering now from there, So you are sick because of your karmas,
Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, Dr. Rajan, I question this reincarnation. When reincarnation, human being reincarnated, same is man or some other form of the creatures.
I don't know the answer, but what it is reincarnation is based upon where your mind is at the last moment when you leave your body.
So what happened to this? Like God created everybody created a whole universe. What happened to the animal or some creatures to get uplift and go to nirvana? How can they do it? Because it's a karma. So what karma they do? So they can uplift the higher level.
In the yogic philosophical literature, it is oriented towards the human being's quest to find what is the nature of existence and how to be relieved of it. So, from the perspective of the texts that are written, the original text, it doesn't speak to what happens to animals. So I don't want to get into that context. think about where you are going instead of worrying about where your dog is going.
No. The reason I'm talking because some people say that when you die, you might become a dog or an elephant or cow. That's what people say. So I say, how this people become animal? How you get reincarnate? How can you get human? Because
Well,
they
the thing is
don't do the
basically-
karma like what human being.
In the Panchatantra stories, there is one story where a person became very fond of his pet deer, a rishi in the ashram. And he was always worried about the deer. And so in the next life, he was born as a deer. Okay. But I don't know anyone for whom that has happened. So I cannot personally vouch for it.
See,
Okay.
Dr. Rajan, they
Thank
say
you.
that you should pray to God and all these things, your whole problem, physical, every problem will be gone.
Well, the final way in which all problems are gone is when you leave the body, no more problems.
No, but you pray to the God, Krishna, he will take away all your problems. You don't
Well-
have to worry.
Well, that's a good way to create a religion.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me tell you, the God, we created God like Krishna, Ram, everything. We gave the name because God is like we say, spiritual and universal energy. You know, that's God. But when take the form of human, we give we have bigger, higher, super soul or higher battery. We tell him the God. Is it right?
The thing is basically the concept of God from the Yoga Sutras is something that is beyond name and form.
Yeah, that's what the
And
energy. I
something
say.
that does not come into a physical body.
When the Ram and Krishna came in physical body, we consider gods,
That's our problem.
right?
That's not God's problem.
But we believe like Krishna, Ram, we say it is God. We gave it to God. So we created God. We gave them the name to God.
Fine.
Yes.
So you see, I don't want to trod on anybody's belief system. Whatever makes you happy, that is fine. But when I speak, I have to speak original to what the yoga philosophy teaches and what I have direct experience of. Outside that, if I speak, then I will be, going in a direction where I cannot be true, right?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. If there are no other questions, we finish off a little early. Dalpatji, you have a question?
Yeah, I have a little question. Like when you say something like capacity of or beyond capacity of energy or mental, because it's related on the both.
See, the best way for me to express this is, think of how many young people, in order to finish an assignment, do a job, or because they are so, aggressive in doing things, even though they are sleepy, they don't want to sleep. They want to finish the job. So they are drinking more and more cups of coffee. And some people even take some of these caffeine tablets called no-dose and things like that, and they push it. That is what I call pushing beyond capacity. The body is naturally telling you, go to sleep, you need rest, but you don't listen to your body.
Yeah, that's what the mental says. No, go ahead and do it, right? So, okay.
Rajanji,
Yes.
if you can just explain the subtle body a little more.
Okay. The subtle body is a very simple concept. You have the programmed entity, which is the soul plus the karma vasana, which we call as the causal body or the consciousness.
Mhm.
The other side, we have the physical body. Now, for the causal body to enter the physical body and to create all the dynamics within it, it needs energy. Think of it this way. You have your computer, as the computer is the physical body. You load all the programs into your computer, and they're all sitting in the hard disk over there. But unless you plug the electricity, there is nothing that is going to happen in your computer, right? So what happens is the subtle body is the vibration of electricity that causes everything to hum as the programs begin to play. What you see on your screen is the equivalent of the physical body. The underlying programs in the computer is the equivalent of the causal body. And when the electricity is added, the vibration that is happening, which results in the display on the screen, which is the physical body equivalent of that underlying vibration because of electricity coming, that is the subtle body.
Good. Thanks. I understand it better.
Yes.
His subtle body disappears.
Pardon me?
When we die, the act
Physical.
of disappear body.
That is correct. When the person leaves the body, the subtle body is the one that disappears. And once the subtle body has left, along with that, all the causal elements that remain will also leave. And so what is left over there is simply the physical element after that. It is the subtle that leaves. In fact, people can correct me. I think it's the Prashna Upanishad that talks about the prana is once it leaves, then in which case no other. They talk about all the devatas in the body, right? So once the prana leaves, then everything else has to leave. They don't have a choice but to leave. So that is how they talk in the Upanishadic language. But what you said is absolutely correct.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's like
Garud, Dr. Rajan, Garud Purana. Okay, hello.
a computer when it's turned off, even though the programs remain there, the physical computer remains there, it doesn't work. Same way at the time of death, subtle body leaves, and even if the program may be there or may not be there, but it cannot work.
I'll give you the best example you can think in terms of. Now, have you ever come across anyone who is in a state where they are on the respirator, that is the heart-lung machine, where they are being pumped in air and the heart is beating, but on the other hand, they never wake up?
Yeah.
That is the state where the subtle body has gone.
Yeah.
The physical body is there, and along with the subtle body, the purpose of life and all the causal elements are gone. But on the other hand, the physical body remains, and we are trying to move the physical body with pumping in the air and pumping the heart. And so what happens is the physical cells in the body are getting their due of oxygen. And of course, you're giving intravenous glucose in there. So all of that is functioning. The cells are not dying in the body, but they don't do any function anymore because there isn't any intelligence to keep the body going.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, so Suresh Purohit, you were saying something.
Yes, I'm saying that Garud Purana says that when soul leaves the body, the 13 days or some time, the spirit is moving around, and after all this kriya, then spirit goes away.
I see what you're saying, and the thing is basically, generally, it is whether it is 13 days or 13 hours, I don't know the exact number, but different systems do speak to that it takes a certain amount of time before the spirit effectively leaves. In fact, logically speaking, we have to say that it is the duration of time whereby if any organs are to be transplanted, the usable organs are alive. As long as the usable organs are alive, you know that it has not fully gone.
All right, okay. Thank you.
So I have a question. Can I ask next time if there is no time, Dr. Rajan?
No, there is time. There's still 5 more minutes, but if you are out of questions, I would stop.
Now, I just have one question.
Yes.
As you know that in India here also, when somebody passes away, they do some kriyas near the temple and all, and they keep some kind of food, and the crow has to come and eat right away. For some people, they say the crow doesn't come and eat. Sometimes it comes right away. If it comes right away and eats, means the person didn't have any asha. He is satisfied. If the crow doesn't come, means that he said something it is in his mind. So they ask some of the relative, you come and then sit in front of that and pray for it. Then it happens. So it was my experience. So what is this actually? Do you have any idea about it?
I cannot explain it because I know what you're talking about because I've
Yeah.
observed in our own families and all of that.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
I cannot explain why that is the case. I've never looked into it.
Acha. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else?
Thank you, Dr. Raj. When Dr. Rajan, where you coming morning session? I haven't seen for a long time.
I will come from the month of May because right now we have not yet finished all our administrative work to do our final reporting of last year to IRS. So we are working out all the accounts and the filing and all of that. So once that is done, I will have a little more time. I'll come in the morning session.
Thank you. Thank you.
So namaste everyone. So see you all tomorrow.